Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Napoleon, and today we're back with another Enlisted episode, and this time we're going to be doing the Enlisted news of the week. And for this week, we don't have a lot of things, but they're probably the biggest game changer I have ever seen Enlisted has done, well, at least for me. But that said, guys, this video has been made possible for the friends at Discord, meaning that if you haven't liked, subscribe, or joined the Discord, I highly suggest that you do. And then this week, we have making Enlisted a better place number 27, and making the engineers' guns more specialized. With that said, without further ado, let's get started with this week's Enlisted news. The first thing that we have as of this week is making Enlisted a better place number 27, and this time we're making Enlisted even better on weaker PCs, or PCs with the minimal system requirements. For the example of this picture, you do see that the graphics are still there, they still look amazing, but it is lacking compared to, let's say, a higher end computer. So Enlisted has presented its optimal for computers with ungamey configurations that present for the bare minimum and will increase the FPS from average 15 to 20 on the CPU built video clips for 30 to 40. So we should be getting a big graphics buff, honestly. To a certain degree, I do like the minimum graphics setting, but you can instantly argue the low graphics setting also looks pretty good. But I'm also interested to see the high graphics setting, although I think it shouldn't be changed because, let's be honest, this is just fixing the bare minimum settings. So with that said, let's move on to other changes. This includes a bug that fixes no marker being displayed above a squad leader, corrects the balancing of missions in the Pacific War campaign, increase the number of spots for the Axis team, decrease the time to capture points for the Axis team, increase the number of points for the Allies team, increase the time to capture points for the Allies team, which, hey, people have actually been saying that this was a problem in the Pacific War, which, yeah, it is a problem. I do not understand why the Japanese have a harder time capturing stuff, while the Americans have an easier time. But that said, they've also fixed the pistols that hung behind the backs of the Japanese soldiers, so that's a good thing. And that is it for making Enlisted a better place number 27. And overall, I believe Enlisted is trying to help everyone with the PC buff, or at least the minimum PC buff, which honestly is pretty good. Like, in my opinion, it's pretty good. But that said, let's move on to making the engineers more specialized. And the final thing as of this week is making the engineers' guns more specialized. As engineers' work on the battlefield is literally invaluable and often leads to the team to victory, and if you don't know what they're talking about, like, seriously, the only thing that you have to do for an engineer is build rallies. If you don't build rallies, there is literally something wrong with you. But in this update, we're going to make the engineers' big guns effective against intended targets, and these include, most notably, the AA guns. But before we get to the AA guns, let's talk about the machine guns and the opulets. For the first main weapons against infantry, they are more preferred than the AA guns. Now, officially right now, because the building time has been reduced to 12 seconds from an original 22.5, reduced the resource cost from 12 to 10. AT guns, which work both great against infantry and vehicles, you can now build them faster. Building time will be reduced from 15 to 10, and now we finally have the AA guns. These have been the bane of infantry, and officially now it's actually been the bane of aircraft but not infantry. To facilitate this, we have changed the speed of their rotation, their placement, but we've also made it possible to incline angles lower. The building will be reduced from 11 to 8 seconds, resource cost will be reduced from 8 to 6, which you might be wondering now, wait, what is the debuff? Well, the debuff is that the minimum inclination will be set to 7.5 degrees, which you might be wondering, that's a lot. And it really is, but not that much. The horizontal rotation speed will be increased by 50%, and the vertical rotation speed will be increased to 225%. Now, this minimum inclination angle will literally set slightly above the skyline, and that is literally gonna be interesting. It's only being mostly used against aircraft, which is good. As a matter of fact, I see this more potentially deadly against aircraft. I don't see this potentially as deadly against infantry, but you can also admit that infantry, you're gonna have a hard time considering the fact that you can possibly still use this against infantry. My suggestion to use this against infantry is find a hill, put it on a slant, and you could be able to use it. Or when you're on the defense, find a good hill, just prop it down, and you should be good. But that said, that is all it for the AA guns, and the AT guns and the machine guns. Honestly, with the AA guns now being buffed, AT guns and now machine guns are becoming the norm. That is all it for this week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord. And honestly, I believe this week has the biggest change by literally destroying the AA gun's ability to destroy infantry en masse. But that said, that is all for this week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord. Comment in the video down below what do you think of this update, and I'll see you in the next one. Now before you leave, I would like to thank you very much for watching this video. I will be honored if you could like and subscribe to the channel. Remember, more videos are coming out, so it is a good idea to click on that notification button. Anyways, have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.